that word again. Billionaire entrepreneur Bob Parsons recently announced a $10 million grant to the Semper Fi Fund, aiding wounded service members and their families. Thank you, Bob. And Bob joins us now. He's the founder of GoDaddy.com, now runs 16 companies, including Parsons Extreme Golf. Any golfers at PK, you can see that logo. You see it everywhere now. It's a venture that sells high-end golf clubs. It still won't probably help me. And the Bob and Renee Parsons Foundation, which has raised over $100 million for Semper Fi, $100 million just for Semper Fi over the past 7 years. Also in studio with us is Dom Chu. And we should just start with some of the philanthropy. I think last year, that's just one of your charities. How many charities do you work with? And I think you gave over $100 million last year, right?
Yeah, I think we work with about 30 different charities.
Yeah.
We are moving to charity now about $1 million every 14 days.
Every 14 days.
Exactly, yeah.
And it runs the gamut. I love that one, the Semper Fi for wounded warriors.
You know what else, too? A lot of it's military-oriented, but a lot of it also has to do with natural disasters. I know every time there is a hurricane, there's some kind of natural disaster, you're out there front and center with Team Rubicon, working with those guys to try to get them to kind of assist and everything else. Can maybe tell us a little bit about those efforts as well with Team Rubicon? Well,
you know, what Team Rubicon is, it takes former military and it gives them a purpose, right? And it helps in a transition over to civilian life. So what we fund then is we fund the cost to send these former Marines, soldiers, airmen, sailors. They go into the a stricken area and work to bring it back to where it needs to be. And it is wonderful because it helps the area they go into and it helps the people that are doing it. It's a win-win.
You were GoDaddy's founder. You're out now. But just to get, I mean, we don't have 3 hours to talk to you. I wish we did. But you've got how many businesses that you're involved with, right? Some are very fast-growing. PK is one of them, right?
Yeah, I have 16 businesses that my wife and I operate. And they run the gamut from golf to motorcycle, power sports dealerships. We make furniture. We have a big metal fabrication shop that can make anything but money.
And it does make money, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, it doesn't. But
it doesn't.
They make some good stuff. And we have a sound recording and a music recording and movie studio.
Yeah, and you're the biggest lender in Arizona, right?
And we're located in Scottsdale, Arizona.
You have a you have a place that Dom and I would be interested in, I think.
Scottsdale National Golf Course, yeah. That's 700 pristine acres right in, in the outskirts of Scottsdale.
Well, you're
surrounded by 3 million acres of government land.
I'm trying not to drool
God
right
almighty,
now.
you're so...
I mean, Joe, listen, so the golf course, it's not just 18 holes, though.
No, it's 45 holes.
And then what else? A hotel?
It has a hotel for members and their guests. And the hotel is a group of villas, is 60 rooms. They'll rival any hotel room.
I bet it's nice.
It is really a great property.
Can you get a good meal there?
You get an outstanding meal there.
How did you, the golf club arena, there are established players. I mean, remember how Callaway took over, but then TaylorMade is a big player, obviously. How do you break into that and become sort of the it brand? How does that?
Well, the way you do it is you don't compete with them. You do something different. When we moved into that business, number one, it's been declining for a number of years. If you look at it, the golf industry during the past 10 years, units have declined by 30%. So we moved in. Those other companies, what they do is they engineer their products to a price point. What we do is we engineer our products to outperform everything and to be the most outstanding club made. And once we do that, we put a price on it.
I will say this, I haven't hit him yet.
No, first thing I ask him, is there any reason to believe that it would allow my wedge game to improve? And I don't see how the weighting would matter with how I dig it into the ground or skull it.
First we got to change the way you think.
How can I be positive when I know? How can I think positively when I know I'm going to hit a bad shot? How do I possibly think positive? I want to ask you quickly about about being a billionaire. In Arizona, I figure you don't walk around hanging your head in shame all the time, do you, from being a billionaire? You feel okay about yourself? Or are you watching this dialogue we have? We have someone, running ads about how bad billionaires are on our
Well, you know, there's billionaires and there's billionaires.
Are there?
Yeah.
That's what Andrew said.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. I grew up dirt poor, right? I joined the Marine Corps when I was 17. I carried a rifle in Vietnam with a Marine Corps rifle company. I was wounded over there. I came home. By the way, I failed the 5th grade. I was going to fail out of fail out of high school if I didn't join the Marine Corps. I did. And all my teachers see my orders and they passed me. I came back. I went to college, graduated magna cum laude, took the CPA exam and passed it. And first of all, everything I ever accomplished, I owe to the Marine Corps. Started my first business, and to get that business going, I taught myself how to program a computer back in the late 70s. Started the business in '84. I used to work 60 hours straight, around the clock, right, to get my software done. I'll tell you how I knew when I was working too much. I started to hallucinate. When I hallucinated, you know, I was able to see a dragon walk across my desk. I would go home, sleep for 8 hours, work another 60 straight hours, and built my first business, sold that to Intuit for $64 million. 10 years later, started GoDaddy because I just needed to be doing something, and did that deal. That's where I made most of my money, a few $1 billion. And now I have all my other companies. I'm no longer with GoDaddy, but I give a lot of money away.
Think people could do it again? Could you start again now? We always hear that the American dream is dead, can't be done anymore.
I don't think I think the American dream is alive and well.
Alive and well in China, right, Andrew?
We'll be talking about mobility. Now you're talking about mobility.
No, I'm just talking about whether you can still do it. When he was talking to you, I got listening to that. I did.
It's inspirational, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I wish you'd come back for like hours and be a guest host. Can you probably? Why would you?
There you go. I'm in.
You're in here. Really?
He's in.
Yeah. All right, good.
Coming on back.
I'd probably hang out at Scottsdale National, but
I
would love to have you come back. It's great having you on, and I'm proud of you, and I'm proud to know you. Seriously, Bob.
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay.